If you're watching this the day it goes out, happy bank holiday, happy Memorial Day, whatever it is where you are in the world. I know different countries have different days off that all coincide with the end of May. And because of that, then because we're working really, really hard on 2 first drive reviews that are due out later this week, I figured that it would be a good idea to start this week with a little bit of a feedback video, letting you know that, yeah, we do pay attention to what you all say in the comments section. Also, I want to address some criticisms that have edged into our comment section of late, so I have to go and get some milk from a local dairy. Yes, I'm in the F-150 Lightning Lariat because my wife is away on a work trip, and this is the only functional vehicle I have access to right now. But anyway, let's enjoy the drive and let you know some feedback. I want to start this feedback video by thanking all of you amazing people who have sent kind words my way following my unexpected collision earlier this year with a power line in Adira Tal. There are plenty of videos on this channel detailing Ortegas, which has been the replacement for Adira Tal, and all of that. And it's just really nice to keep getting kind messages from people going, get better soon. And it's also kind of bizarre because that accident happened back at the end of February, but some of you are only just finding out about it because of the way that YouTube now serves up our videos, and I'm really sorry about that. It is beyond our control, unfortunately, but anyway, thank you for the kind words. Also, I want to give a shout out to those of you who reached out and said, hey, you know that Adira Tal just sold at salvage auction, and I believe my truck sold for like $26,000 or thereabouts, and I don't know who bought Adira Tal. I'm sure somebody will eventually reach out and go, hey, I got your old truck. But it's good to know that Adira Tal is hopefully going to live on either as a spares vehicle or as perhaps as a vehicle that gets rebuilt. I know from the insurance adjuster's perspective, there was just too much wrong with the truck following the collision, and so therefore they decided to write my truck off. I got the full value of my truck back, and that enabled me to get Ortegas, so it wasn't a negative situation for me. The only real negative situation is that my thumb arthritis is a lot worse than it used to be, but that's a me problem, not a you problem. But anyway, I do want to acknowledge, because lots of people reached out and was like, did you know that your truck sold at auction? And it was kind of touching that so many of you were watching the auction, and I don't know if one of you guys ended up buying it, but if you did, let me know. I'd love to find out. The next thing I want to just acknowledge is some of the wonderful support that's been coming our way of late in a politically charged world in which there's been some nasty stuff going on and some nasty attacks going on directed towards the LGBTQ community, of which everyone on the team fits somewhere in that spectrum. And I know that a lot of people have been really horrible in the comments section. There's been lots of people making really nasty comments, but there's been some truly amazing people who've been stepping in and going, hey, pack it in, don't do that, and reporting those comments. And that's been really soul lifting for me, because I've been able to kind of go, okay, people have got our back, and that means a lot to us. But I also want to address the thorny subject of comments, which has come up a lot on this channel of late. People who either feel that we are over moderating or under moderating, and believe it or not, I've had both groups of people complain. We have generally refrained from moderating a huge number of comments for two reasons. First, it's a full-time job just moderating the comments section, and speaking personally, I'm already working more hours than I should. Last week, I think I worked like 50, 60 hours. This week, it's going to be close on that because we're getting ahead in terms of production. We're actually filming this 2 full weeks before it goes out. Doing a whole lot of moderating on top of that is frustrating, but at the same point, we do need to pay attention to what people are saying in the comments section, because if we ignore the comments section completely, people then complain that we're not listening to what they say. So again, one of the reasons we're doing this video is so that in the future, if someone comes up to us and goes, oh, you're not moderating, or you're moderating too much, we can point them at this video. If you make a comment that is directly attacking someone on the staff of Transport Evolved, or you begin directly attacking somebody else in the comments based on who they are, who they love, where they're from, any of that, you are going to find yourself getting banned pretty quickly. I try my best to give people more than one chance. So I try my best to say, hey, you're being a dick, please stop. And if someone continues to behave in that way, they'll find themselves no longer able to post visibly on our YouTube channel. There's been one user in particular who we didn't ban for months, because every time we banned them, the algorithm then punished us, and it resulted in lower view counts, it resulted in lower income, and it really caused us some headaches. Their hate, their attacks, particularly aimed towards me, got so bad that my mental health fell off a cliff. And I'm not telling you because I want that person to know, oh yeah, I really got to Nikki. I'm telling you because I went through a period of time where I was extremely down and depressed, and I didn't want to carry on making content. And on a bad day, I still do feel that way. But in terms of that particular person, regulars will know who they were. They earned themselves a ban because of something particular they said, which was a very clear line that they had crossed. And I purposely waited until they crossed a line that gave me absolutely no doubt in my mind that if someone then came back to me and said, you banned this person, how dare you, I can turn around and go, they said this on this day. And I honestly can't remember what it was. It's in the logs for YouTube. I'm sure we could find it. There are a couple of other people who are kind of stepping in to take that person's place. I'm aware of who they are. I am keeping them at a distance, and if they carry on being a problem, they will be banned very quickly. And I know a lot of people have issues with YouTube comment banning, and a lot of people say, hey, you're infringing on free speech. And I know a lot of people view me as not being American, and yeah, okay, I am American by naturalization, not by birth. I'm not going to go into genetics or anything like that, because that's a topic for a different day. But I should also point out that you really shouldn't go into a forum like YouTube and expect to be given free reign to hate on people. That is not okay. That's not what free speech means. Hate speech is not free speech. And I know that people, I can hear the sound of people unsubscribing right now because I have admitted to banning a couple of people, and yeah, if there is a particularly horrible post that's transphobic, homophobic, racist, or anything like that, and it's a post that is beyond the bounds of, well, I think this person is a silly sausage and they're not a very nice person. If it's anything more than that, suggesting someone should be killed or someone should be treated as less than human, we get that a lot. Those posts get removed because it's not conducive to healthy discourse. At the same point, there's also a subset of people who think that Transport Evolved is not doing enough when it comes to moderation. And to those people, I just say this. As I said previously, it is a full-time job. It would be a full-time job to moderate the comment section. And if you want us to spend more time moderating, we are going to need more support from viewers to do that. Because really, I need to hire someone to do that. I have a couple of people in mind. If you want to help me make that happen, by all means, donate to the channel, support us, and we can do that. But we, on a busy day, can get several hundred comments fill our inboxes, and that is a lot of nonsense to deal with. I also very quickly want to throw in some I think generally light-hearted criticisms that have sprinkled into TE. Obviously one of them is you're being too political. Politics is everywhere. It's part of our lives. It informs who we are and how we interact with the world. It is difficult to report what's going on in the world without reporting on politics. And yes, I think it's very clear politically where I and other team members lie, but that doesn't mean we are going to kind of just stay quiet when something incredibly bad is happening or is threatened to be happening. So we definitely are taking our viewpoints very seriously. We try not to over-editorialize, and I think it can be difficult sometimes. But also, if you are expecting coverage to be completely devoid of politics, then at that point, you're asking us to no longer analyze. As soon as you ask us to provide analysis, and context, there is going to be some coverage of politics in there. And we try and be as fair as we possibly can be. And if you watch the content on a regular basis, you'll note that, yeah, we do sometimes criticize both sides of the aisle in a political context. I want to finish off by addressing two kind of connected things. The first one is you are always asking for money. And the second is there are too many ads in your content. The first one, you are always asking for money. We are very vocal about the fact that we are Patreon supported for a reason. We are Patreon supported because making the videos that we make requires time and money. And I know that there are people who appear, certainly online at least, to only be just them and they spend all their spare time making videos. Maybe they're more eloquent than me. Maybe they can get their stuff together. I nearly swore. Maybe they can get their stuff together more eloquently than I, and they don't need as much time to prepare and do that. Fine, great. They're better than me. Not a problem. But we have 3 people on staff, in addition to me, 2 of whom are full-time. That costs a lot of money. Covering ourselves for insurance to ensure that we are insured to do this takes money. We run TE from my home. That saves us a lot of money. But all of this equipment and time and energy and people requires money. And our choices are to either go, hey, we're completely reader supported or viewer supported in this case, and if you want to support us, here's a link. Or we start doing what a lot of other channels do and start, hawking vitamin supplements and things that we genuinely don't believe in, but which bring in a lot of money. And I'm not about to do that. If anything, if we advertise anything on this channel, it's because we genuinely believe in that product. So the solar energy sage that we work with, we really believe in them. We've worked with them before. I have been a personal customer. Same with Atmos. Same with all the other companies we've worked with over the years. There's a few exceptions right back in the early days of TE, but we don't talk about that anymore. And the final bit is, let's talk about YouTube and ads on YouTube. And I want to be clear. We don't control the ads that YouTube puts on our videos, and YouTube has been squeezing every single creator. And I'm driving slowly, by the way, because there's cyclists in front, and we're coming up to a junction. I'm not going to overtake them, and we're nearly done with this video anyway. YouTube has been squeezing creators. It has been putting more and more ads in YouTube videos by default and giving YouTube creators fewer controls over how many ads and where those ads go. Now, I can go in and I can remove a huge number of ads from our videos. I have to do that manually. I could make our videos completely ad-free. That would be great. But we'd need to raise an additional $2,000 to $3,000 a month in order for me to comfortably do that. Because what I said previously about staff and team and equipment and all of that good stuff. So please know that in order for us to make the content we do, we try very, very hard to try and be as impartial as possible and try to be as self-funding as possible. Because at the end of the day, our reputation means a lot to us. We try and be considered and careful in what we say. And sometimes that means sometimes a little bit harder for us to keep the pennies coming in. So that is all of the feedback, I think. If you've said something that I've missed in feedback, please bear with me. I'm going to try and do this more often. And this is, an alternative to the Hangouts that we've been doing. I'm hoping that we can make this not basically as common as a Hangout, but certainly something that we can revisit in the future. And whatever you're doing today, I hope you have a great one. Thanks for joining me today, and if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them below in our Discord chat room, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They are some of more than the 1,500 people who help fund this channel through Patreon and YouTube, covering our bills, paying our team, and making sure that we can remain 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. There's a range of different tiers you can sign up for, from as little as $1 a month, or if you pay yearly, just over $10 a year. A huge welcome to our newest supporters. Look, it's Moose, Dom, Stefan Benti, Tom G. Richardson, Benjamin Ford, Indigo, and Kem. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member for your week of fame. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and we even have an old-fashioned P.O. box you can reach us at, address also below. And if you're in need of some swag, you'll find our swag store, also linked below. This month, we are celebrating a new amazing t-shirt design by our in-house artist and animator, Erin. Get yours today by heading to our Redbubble store. We've got some great content coming up, so make sure you've subscribed on PeerTube or YouTube, and we'll see you soon. We make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want more, the mighty algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we also think this one is well worth a look. See you soon, and as always, keep evolving.